Hello, my name is Douglas Bloch. I'm an author and a depression counselor. Welcome to another edition of One-on-One with the Depression Counselor. Today we're going to do part 3 of a series I've been doing called Life in the Psychiatric Ward. In the first 2 videos I talked about why a person might need to be hospitalized and what to expect once you're in the hospital. Today we're going to be talking about the all-important issue of transitioning back into the world, because this is so important, because this is where you had the problems that got you into the hospital in the first place. Let me give you a personal example. In 1982-83, I was hospitalized at New York Hospital in New York City. I was 33 years old. My life was falling apart. I had just broken up with my first wife. I didn't know what to do. I had a case of really bad agitated depression. I was there for a month, and back then that was considered a short stay. Today you couldn't pay to get in for a month. Anyway, I was there for a month, and sure enough, I stabilized. I got into a routine. I met some pretty interesting people, and I actually, by the end of my stay, was having a pretty good time. Then it came time for discharge, and I started to panic. What am I going to do? You know, my life problems are still before me, right? I won't have the routine, I won't have the company, I won't have the regular meals, the structure, all of that, the therapy. And so I started to get really panicky. Fortunately, what saved me was something called day treatment or day hospital or partial hospitalization. And what this is, and you can find it in your area, I hope, it's a full-time outpatient program, very much like being in the hospital, because you have structure all day long, but you're staying at home. And it provides 3 keys. Containment, you've got a place to be. Connection, you're interacting with other people all day long. And structure and routine. This particular program was from 9 to 3:30. It consisted of individual therapy, group therapy, dance therapy, walking outdoors, lunch, having a connection with your individual therapist. Everything you needed to stay connected and focused on your own issues and focused and connected with people. Now, I did that for 8 or 9 months, and by the time that was done, I felt ready to go back to school and redo my life. But you can be in one of these programs anytime between a couple of weeks and a couple of months. Although right now insurance isn't going to really pay for that long, so it's probably going to be more between 1 and 3 weeks. Now, if you don't have that type of structure in your area, the next best thing is to see a psychiatrist or a prescriber, or also a psychotherapist, and at least get your therapy and your medication in place. In terms of your daily structure, you'll need something like going to work. Maybe you've left your job on a medical leave and you're coming back, or maybe doing some volunteer work, or maybe you can basically structure your day doing things like going to the gym, having lunch with a friend, taking a walk in the park, having a movie in the evening, something to keep you engaged and connected with life. Because in my last video, we talked about how important it is to have structure and routine. So this is the whole key, that when you go back into the world, you need structure, you need containment, you need connection, and most importantly, you need to find someone to continue the work with your therapy. Maybe it was a therapist you had before you went into the hospital, or maybe a new therapist, and ideally a prescriber. If you're going to be on medication, either find the person you were working with before the hospital or a new prescriber. If you do these things and take it one day at a time, you can stabilize, recover, and hopefully get your life back going again. Thank you for taking the time to listening to this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I talk more about hospitalization and its process on my website, Healing from Depression, and my book, Healing from Depression. And if you have any questions, please contact me. Until we meet again, I wish you the best in your healing journey.